Choosing the right niche as a coach can make the difference between success and failure. But how do you know which niche is right for you? If you're a new coach looking for clarity, keep watching because you're about to discover the 5 most profitable coaching niches today. So full confession, I hate videos like this. And I hate them because I think that they're actually misleading for you. Because the truth is there are lots of profitable niches out there as a coach. And the right niche for you and the most profitable niche for you is gonna be different than the most profitable niche for someone else, depending on your skills and background and all that stuff. So I'm gonna be sharing with you at the end of the video what I think are some of the best niches to go into, the most profitable niches. But before I do that, I wanna share with you the 3 things that all profitable niches have in common. Because if you can understand these things, you'll be able to choose the right niche for you rather than just watching a video like this being like, well, Jason said I should, do business coaching, so I should probably do that because it'll make me a lot of money. Probably not gonna lead you to success. What I wanna start with is those 3 key qualities that all great niches, all profitable niches have in common. Number 1, probably the most important thing is that the niche has a high pain point or high desire to make a change. People invest in coaching when they feel a strong desire to make a shift in their life. And usually they feel this shift or desire because there's something going on in their life that is so painful that if they don't actually fix that problem, something really negative is gonna happen, or it's just like there's so much pain that this thing is causing them in their life that they really feel compelled to invest thousands of dollars to actually work with you to solve that problem. As an example, maybe you're a relationship coach and you're helping people who are on the brink of divorce. That's a problem that if somebody doesn't solve that, there are some major implications. It's gonna have ripple effects on every aspect of their life, their finances, their family, their kids. This is an example of a very painful problem that someone's gonna feel a high desire to wanna actually change. So when you're trying to figure out what niche to focus on as a coach, one of the most important things is that you find a group of people who have a very high degree of pain or high degree of desire to make a change. Now, it's not always gonna be related to pain, but in most cases, people are much more motivated by wanting to get rid of pain than they are at seeking some kind of pleasure in their life. So if you're selling more of an aspirational offer, it's not so much about here's how to help you solve this problem, but it's more like, here's this amazing life that you could live. It's not to say that you can't do well in niches like that, but generally people are gonna feel more of that desire and more of that motivation to make a change when you're focused more on trying to find a niche with a very painful problem that you can solve. So that's the first thing all profitable niches have in common. The second thing, super important as well, is a high ability to pay. I remember speaking to a new coach a while back, really sweet guy. I wanted more than anything to help him. And he was in a place where he was launching his coaching business and he wanted to work with people who had just recently come out of jail and were trying to get their lives back on track. And I think this is amazing, super important work. We need people out there doing that. And probably not a great coaching business, especially when it comes to selling high ticket coaching offers and making a lot of money as a coach. The truth is people coming out of jail probably don't have a stable income in most cases. Their first priority is like, how do I find a job? They're not looking at how do I invest thousands of dollars into a coaching program. So ability to pay, literally just practically, like, are you choosing a group of people who have enough disposable income that they can actually pay you for what you do, is pretty important as well. And the most profitable niches out there are generally gonna be focused with people who have higher ability to pay. Now, full transparency, I feel a little uncomfortable about this because as a business coach, I recognize I'm telling thousands of people out there to focus only on helping people who have a lot of money. And that's gonna lead to lots of communities out there who do really need help, who are underserved. I don't know what the solution to that problem is. I have to sit with that tension, as a business coach, as someone who's advising you, sharing with you in this video, I wanna bring it up because it's there. It's something we have to acknowledge. And there's no easy solution, at least that I can keep in mind. But what I do know is if you want to make a lot of money as a coach and are looking for the most profitable coaching niches out there, focusing on a group of people who can actually pay you, pretty important. I learned this firsthand in my coaching business when I first started business coaching. Initially, I was focused on helping coaches who were making maybe, a couple $1,000s a month, but things were really slow. They weren't really doing that well in terms of their coaching and they wanted help growing their business. And what I found was a lot of those people really needed help, but they would get on a call. And by the end of the call, it was like they wanted to work with me so bad, but they just didn't have the money. But when I shifted my focus to helping people who were at 9 to 5s transition out of their 9 to 5 into coaching, I started having a lot more success because those people had stable incomes, right? They were in a position where they could actually invest into working with me. So this is just one example of how this has played out for me, and something you really want to pay attention to when it comes to choosing your niche, making sure that that group of people has a high ability to pay. And finally, the third thing all profitable niches have in common actually has nothing to do with the niche itself and everything to do with you. The truth is you can succeed in lots of different niches. My first coaching business was helping musicians. I built that to 6 figures before I became a business coach, completely different niches, right? And now I'm running a multi-6-figure, soon to be 7-figure business helping other coaches. So lots of different ways that you can create success. But the biggest thing that it really comes down to is it is about the niche, but it's also about your commitment and your ability to just show up over an extended period of time. And what really is gonna make the difference there is your level of passion and excitement about serving this group of people. How do you feel about waking up every day and surrounding yourself with this niche, people in this niche? Do you feel excited about solving these problems for them? Do you feel excited about getting on coaching calls with them? Do you feel excited about creating content that talks about, how to help these people? These are all things that are really important to pay attention to. I don't think it's a good idea to just choose a niche that you think is the most profitable just because it's the most profitable when you're not actually excited about serving that niche. That's not a recipe for success. And I see a lot of people out there who do that and then they burn out. They give up a couple months in because they're not seeing, results right away, versus the people who are just genuinely passionate and excited about sharing and helping and serving a specific group of people. Even if it's not the best niche in the world, maybe, ability to pay is not as good as other niches, or they're not solving as big a problem as they could be in some other niches, they're going to be much more likely to succeed because they're going to be able to show up over the long run and continue to commit to that consistency that's required to create success and actually make money as a coach. So the third piece you want to pay attention to is your passion level, your excitement, your sense of enthusiasm about serving this specific niche. Super important key to success. And if you follow those 3 keys when it comes to choosing your niche, you're going to be much more likely to succeed. Now, before we dive into the 5 most profitable coaching niches, I would personally recommend if I were a new coach launching my business. Look, choosing your niche, super important. It's also one key to success when it comes to launching a coaching business. There's a number of other pieces you got to have in place as well if you want to get on track to clients consistently. So if you're a new coach, you're in the early stage of your journey, you want to get on track to 2, 3, 4 new clients month after month after month. I put together a free client attraction guide that walks through a roadmap that you can follow to help you get there. It's completely free, and I would love to share it with you. I think it'll be super helpful. All you got to do to get this is click the link above or in the description down below to go download that for free right now. Okay, so let's move on to the thing that you came here for. 5 most profitable coaching niches. These are the niches that I typically see people have the most success in. Now, I want to disclaimer this and saying that these are not the only profitable niches out there. And so if you hear this list and you're like, well, the niche that I was thinking about isn't on this list, doesn't mean that you can't succeed. Going back to those 3 principles that we talked about earlier, that stuff's super important, and it's probably more important than the list that I'm about to share with you. So keep that in mind as we go through the rest of this video. First niche that I typically see a lot of people have a lot of success in is business coaching. Truth is, there are lots of people out there who want to make money running their own business, and either they're running a business right now that maybe isn't doing well, they're wanting help with that, or maybe they're aspiring business owners. They're in the early stages of their journey. They haven't yet launched their business and they want help getting that business up and running. So these 2 niches within the business coaching niche, both can be very profitable and very successful. And a lot of great business coaches out there doing very well serving business owners who want to either launch or grow their businesses. So this is a great niche. At the same time, because this is such a profitable niche, there's lots of competition, lots of people out there who are business coaches. So, if you're thinking about stepping into this niche, you have to consider, okay, I really got to up my game in terms of marketing, in terms of being able to stand out, in terms of my offer, because there is more competition. A lot of other people who are going to be doing work that's similar to what you do. And this is something I've had to experience, just personally in growing my own coaching business. That being said, I also want to say that there are lots of people out there who are becoming business coaches that I don't think are qualified to be business coaches. So just because you think you can make a lot of money as a business coach is not a good reason to become a business coach if you don't really have the knowledge and expertise and experience in business and entrepreneurship to really be able to serve people in this space. All this being said, business coaching, definitely one of, if not the most profitable coaching niche out there. And it can be a great fit for you if you've got the skills and experience and you're willing to do what it takes to really market yourself well. The second profitable niche is health coaching. Truth is, if we look at what's going on, especially in the United States with our healthcare system and just the amount of people who are getting sick, this is a huge opportunity. There's so many people out there who are focusing on improving their health, who are having health challenges that they want help with. This is an awesome niche. And for the right coach who has relevant experience, background in this can be a great way to succeed as a coach. Usually with health coaching, I find it typically comes down to a couple of common problems that you might help people solve. Weight loss. I'm overweight, I want to lose weight. Maybe I have chronic pain or chronic inflammation or types of issues that are causing me a lot of pain or discomfort. Sometimes it's helping, build muscle and get in better shape. That's more of like an aspirational type thing. Again, generally solutions that are focused on helping people alleviate pain are going to be more successful and profitable. So this can be a great niche for the right coach who has relevant experience, background in this area, and can help people improve their health. Third profitable niche is relationship coaching. Lots of opportunity out there for people who are doing relationship coaching. Typically what I see is this comes down to two things. Number one, it's helping people find relationships. In other words, intimate relationships we're talking about, husband, wife, partner, whatever it is. The other thing is coaching related to helping people improve their relationships. Maybe their relationship is on the rocks right now. They're in a difficult marriage. There's a lot of conflict, and you're helping kind of save the day with them in terms of moving through that process and helping them get to a better place in their relationship. Those are typically what I see things coming down to in terms of relationship coaching. Lots of great opportunities here for people who are serving in this way. And number four is career coaching. So generally one area where people will often invest lots of money is in their career, because if you can help someone see how working with you is going to help them make more money by helping them land a promotion or be, better positioned to be able to rise up the ladder in their jobs or whatever it is, like they're going to be more likely to want to invest into working with you. Generally, people want to make investments when they can see that there's a clear ROI, and financial ROI is often the strongest ROI. So career coaching is great because we can tie things back to that. And generally this is helping people who might be unhappy or unsatisfied in work find a better career or clarify their purpose or, kind of figure out what work feels more aligned for them. One thing I do want to caution you about, going back to what we talked about initially in this video with ability to pay, is if you're focusing on helping people who are unemployed, you're probably going to have more trouble. People who don't have a job find new jobs. Not the best fit for a high ticket coaching offer, because when someone's unemployed, usually they're not thinking, how do I invest $5,000 into a coaching program to help me? They're thinking, how do I find a freaking job, right? So generally, I would say, if you are doing career coaching, focusing more so on that person who is already employed, who's wanting to take that next step forward in their career, or maybe feeling unsatisfied in their career and looking for help. And finally, number five, similar to career coaching, is leadership coaching. So this is helping someone develop their skills as a leader. Maybe they're in a new role at work and they're first-time manager. Like when I first became a director of sales, I felt like I was in over my head and I wanted help. So I went out and hired a sales coach who really helped me. You're helping people develop their leadership skills so that they, again, can thrive in their career and also become more effective leaders or managers, or solving problems in their leadership. Maybe people are leaving their team or they're having issues at work, and helping somebody overcome those challenges and problems. This is where leadership coaching really shines. This is one area as well where I often see more aspirational offers do well. High caliber leaders, people who are higher up in organizations, generally a little bit more focused aspirationally on like, how do I actually get to the next level versus I've got this painful wound that I need somebody to help me solve. Not to say that that stuff isn't there, but this is one area that I do see aspirational offers that are focused a little bit more on pleasure and less on pain, can do really well. Okay, so now that you know my 5 recommendations for the most profitable coaching niches, and more importantly, you also have some tools and skills to be able to figure out the right niche for you, hopefully you should be walking away from this video with some solid foundations to help you clarify the right niche for you. If you're a coach who wants to get on track to sign clients consistently, remember, getting clear on your niche, one step to success, but there's also a couple of other steps you've got to make sure you have in place. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to sign clients. If you want to know what those other steps are and what to have in place so you can sign 2, 3, 4 or more high-paying coaching clients month after month into your business, I put together a free client attraction guide that walks through so much of my best advice on this. I'd love to share it with you. I think it'll be super helpful. And you can get it for free by clicking the link above or in the description down below. And if you enjoyed this video, you're definitely gonna love that one too. So click the link on the screen to go check that out. and I'll see you in the next video.